Thank you so much for joining me today, and today's video is another layout for 30 days of sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life round 14, and the sketch in the top left hand corner there is by Crystal Barrett of Pineapple Papers. I'll leave her details below, and she has a wreath style sketch, and I decided to pull out this Crafters Workshop 12 by 12 stencil. I'm also using the Tim Holtz distressed crayons, which I haven't used before. These are brilliant. I'd highly recommend them if you haven't got them already. We sell them at Hey Little Magpie, but you can get them everywhere. So I've just drawn around the edges of the top ring of these blocks, and then I'm using some water to blend that colour down into the block. I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom. I just want to highlight the tops of the blocks. So I've used a green pencil and also a little bit of brown just to mix in with that, and they mix really nicely. So you can see I'm just blending with water all the way around. I won't make you watch me doing all these blocks, but I do the same in each of them just to blend that colour right the way across. So you can see I'm not too bothered if it bleeds underneath the stencil. I know that I'll still get the outline from the pencil. So the same in the second block, I'm scribbling in with some of the green again, but this time I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of yellow. So just going over the top with yellow, and then I shall once again blend that down the block towards the centre. And then when I've done those blocks, I'm going to go in the last ring and come in with the pale blue. And that pale blue is very subtle. I probably, with hindsight, should have added a little bit more pigment, but I didn't want it to be too obvious because the rest of them are sort of greens. But I wanted to bring that blue in because James has got a bluey green t-shirt on in the photo. So just blending everything through, and then I'll come in with that blue in a second. And you can see I've taped the stencil down to my mixed media mat. The card underneath isn't taped down, so it is still movable. There we go, and just blending in those blues now, and then I can lift off the stencil and leave that to one side to dry. So just pulling off that washi tape. And there we go. So as you see, it's bled through a little bit, but you can still see the definition of the blocks, and I'm absolutely fine with that. So this photo is a picture of James back in 2010 on his swing in our garden. He loved that swing so much. They both had a swing each, and they would quite often be found out there playing on them. So I'm just going to stick a little strip of black paper from Spectrum Gardenia from 49er Market down the right hand side. I'm not adding a mat behind the photo, so I just added this for a little bit of definition and to provide somewhere to add some layers. Now you'll see in the sketch that Crystal has two cards there, but I decided to just stick with the one. So now I'm going through my little file of stickers and just finding some bits and pieces to add around the photo. These two stars were die cut from our new star set that I've got at Hey Little Magpie. It's those concentric stars that you see quite a few different shops selling. And I just cut them out as a demonstration. I think it was a Jen Hadfield Stardust paper that I used from a 6x8 paper pad. So it's printed on one side and plain white on the other. So I shall use both sides of those stars on this layout. They were just hanging out on my desk after I'd die cut some examples for the website. So I thought this would be a good place to use them. So I'm definitely focusing in on the greens and blues on this layout. And as I say, I've pulled out Spectrum Gardenia, but I'm also trying to use up some of my older bits and pieces laying around my desk. So there's another cluster at the top left on the sketch, so I'm just adding that star up there and then going through these stickers. So I find this lovely green label, and I'm going to tuck that behind there, but it's too wide, so I'm going to cut it in half, which is a great way of stretching your stash as well. It was too much hassle to tuck it under the photo that I'd already stuck down, but it also means that I've got another half to use on a future layout, so that's great. So just going through some more stickers. I think these were from Sweet Rush from Vicky Booton, if I remember correctly. And this one just says Dreaming of My Next Adventure, which I thought worked really nicely there. Just seeing what else I've got as I go through them all. You can see there are some really old stickers lying about in my stash. That lovely heart there from an Illustrated Faith one with Bella Boulevard. And then these arrows of old Project Life stickers. So just adding 3 of those, just pointing towards the photo. And you can see I've gone off-piste a little bit from the sketch. I'm just sort of going my own way, but I started with the circle idea. And I've got my 4x6 photo there. But it's a lovely sketch crystal. I should probably use this one again because it really is great fun. So this is an old jelly bean soup sticker, and I'm just layering that down underneath. So I just pulled those arrows back up and she'll layer them down on top of that sticker in due course. Just rearranging everything. I felt I wanted some more layers underneath those arrows. They just felt a bit blank there on the page. This is an old Scenic Route sticker. Gosh, I miss that company. They were fabulous. I love their stickers. And another jelly bean soup. This is just a little flag that says hello. So I thought that would work nicely on top of the photo in the top left-hand corner there. So now I'm coming in with the Gardenia rub-ons. These are the 6x8 rub-ons, but there are these lovely word phrases in there. And there's this one that says perfect, picture perfect moment. So I'm just going to use that as my title. And that's bringing the blue down to the bottom there. And it's got a lovely little butterfly on the right-hand side, so it works really nicely. So I should rub that down at the bottom, and then I'm going to look through and see what else I can find. There are these lovely stitching pieces. There's a small one which I cut out and I think is going to be long enough to go across that green, but it really isn't. So just stick that to one side and cut another one out to go right the way across, drawing the eye down to the left-hand side of the page. And that's going to go on top of that green sticker there. And these just rub on like butter. I won't make you watch me do it, but they're ever so quick to put down. And then that's that smaller one that I cut out. I thought I'd put it above the label there just to add another little bit of interest. And then when that's down, I spot this. I don't really know what to call it. It's like a circle web, isn't it? And like a radar sort of print. I love these with the watercolour behind. So I'm just going to add that to the left of the photo, and that really brings that blue in to the left of that photo. And I've overlapped the stickers and things. They do rub on ever so nicely over the top of things. Now this is a die cut floral from our new dies at Hey Little Magpie. They're on the shop at the moment as coming soon. I expect to have them in about 3 weeks' time, and they're just beautiful. And I had that one left over from the samples that I cut for the website. So just sticking that down. So do have a look because we ship internationally if you're interested. These are our own designs and I'm really pleased with how they came out. So a little laser cut piece from the laser cut sheet from Gardenia again, just down on the right hand side there. And then I decide that I really do need to stick these stars down at the top before I lose them again. My desk was just, you can see on the left hand side, it just gets piled up more and more and more. At the end, it's a real job to tidy everything up. But I am very good at doing that because I don't have a big space, so it's important for me to keep everything relatively tidy. So just putting this second one down, and as I say, I'm using that on the reverse so that the white shows through. Now adding my journaling. I really regret not doing a guideline because it slopes up a little bit. It's no biggie, but it just frustrated me that I've got everything else straight and managed to slope my writing. That Flair badge is from Hey Little Magpie from this Gardenia collection, and it just says right now. And the green is perfect with the greens on the page. And then I just didn't like that little gap next to the playful sticker, so I've just added a little JD3D sparkle piece to that. One of our lovely fabric stars there at the top, and then this gorgeous faux suede heart. And when I stick the heart down, I spot one of the smiley faces, so that will go down on top of that. So while I'm just finishing off, don't forget to check out the description box below for the playlist of everybody else playing along on 30 Days of Sketches. There are some amazing creations being added to that playlist, so do keep going and checking it out. So just adding that face down there, and then I come back in with the black soot pencil crayon. I'm just rubbing some onto my mat there and then adding some water to add some splatters, and this works really nicely. So do check out these Tim Holtz pencils. They're really nice to use. There are 3 tins available in Hey Little Magpie. I think he's brought some more ones out since, but they're so versatile. I should be using them more in future videos. Thanks again, and I shall see you again very soon. Bye.